Today we're going to talk about position versus time and slope. So first we're going to talk about a position versus time graph, what that is and what it can tell us. First, it's a graph that shows where an object is moving. It's going to have position on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. So if we have a graph, we're going to have, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. If you need to, use the line on the y to help you remember your y line goes up and down and your x goes across, okay? So we have position, we have time. That's our position versus time. So we're going to use these graphs along with our slope. So next, we have slope. We're going to start with our definition. It tells how steep the line is or the velocity of our object. Remember for velocity, we talked about it was the change in the distance divided by the time. Okay? We have a formula for slope. Our slope is m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. We need to memorize this. We're going to do some examples to help explain how we use this formula. Slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So let's look at our examples. The first thing you have to do is figure out what is your y, what is your x. Points are always given in parentheses. They'll always do x and then y. So this will be an x value. This will be a y value. Same thing here. So we have x, we have y. It doesn't matter which one you make, 1 or 2. Just make sure both of these are 1s or 2s. Both of these are 1s or 2s. So let's call this one x1, y1, x2 minus y2. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to do a quick sketch of the line. You know, with these 2 points, you're going to make a straight line. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, our first dot was at 2, 4. So we go over 2 on our x-axis. So this is our x, this is our y. We go over 2, we go up 4. So we're going to have a dot here. Our second point was 1 and 3. So you're going to have a dot here. You're just going to draw a straight line to connect. So this is a quick graph of our line. Next, we're going to plug in our formula. So we know m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we're going to plug in our numbers. So m equals, our y2 is 3, minus our y1, which is 4, divided by x2, which is 1, minus x1, that's 2. So we get 3 minus 4 is negative 1, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Put it into your calculator, you get m equals 1. Okay? Make sure you circle your answer. We're going to do the same thing for example number 2. First, label your points. x1, y1, x2, y2. Draw your line. So we have, remember, -3 will go this way on our line. +5, we're going up. So our first stop is going to be here. This left side of our line is negative. This side is positive. Below our x-axis is negative. Above it is positive. Our second one was 2, 4. So we go over 2, up 4. We're going to draw a line to connect our dots. Now, we're going to plug in our formula. So, equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Plug them in. So we know y2 is 4 minus 5 divided by 2 minus, careful, we have a -3. So when you plug it into your calculator, make sure you go 2 minus -3. So we're going to get a value where slope is -0.2. Okay. Example number 3, label. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. Draw your line. This one we're going to come over really far because we have 7 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our first stop is going to be about here. Then we have -8 to -3. So over 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down 3, 1, 2, 3. Second dot is going to be here. Draw a straight line to connect them. Plug in our formula. Slope equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we know m equals -3 minus 10 divided by -8 minus 7. You get a value where m equals 0.87. Circle your answer. And our last one, label. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay. Draw your dots. Notice all 4 of our dots, our values, are over on the negative side. So we're going to be on this part of our graph. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our first dot was -2, -1, so you're going to go over 2, down 1. Our second dot was -4, -3, so you're going to go over 4, down 3. You're going to draw a straight line connecting your dots. We're going to plug in our formula. So m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Plug in what we know. M equals -3 minus -1 divided by -4 minus -2. In this case, we get it, so we get slope equals 1. Notice, our slope for problem 4 and our slope for problem 1 is the same, but our lines are going the same direction because they're both positive. Okay? Look at this one, we had a negative slope and our line is going the opposite way. Okay? So make sure you label your x and your y's, you draw your quick line, and then you plug in your formula.